We are Daryk and Amber Marble. We've been married for 20 years. We've got a 16-year-old boy and an almost 14-year-old girl. Um, the last 20 years of our marriage has been hindered quite a bit. Plenty of struggles. Um, Alcohol has played a large part of it. Um, it hasn't been until recently that we have started allowing God back into our lives, to control our lives, to help us make better decisions as a couple, as individuals even. I don't know why I've fought his calling for my life, but without God, I can tell you that the struggles felt far more daunting and less hopeful, for sure, on my end.
Mm-hmm. And I know as your wife, I always wanted you to kind of take that lead and that control as the man of the house. And we struggled through that in the beginning of our marriage. I remember we'd take the kids to church, but he didn't really want to go. And finally, I just kind of got tired of that back and forth. So it's like, all right, I guess I'm not going to choose that fight anymore. And so we would just stay home and then just slowly like he said, we would drink on the weekends with friends. And that just never goes anywhere good. And so we thankfully made it to a Greater Impact get together for the chili feast. And Trinity and I were there. He wasn't able to make it. And so she and I are listening, and we both kind of like looked at each other. She's like, Mom, Dad needs to go to that. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right, And so when we finally touched base with him again, I showed him the Greater Impact flyer. And I'm like, you need to go to this. You obviously can choose. It's up to you. But I'm kind of over our marriage the way it is and the way things are going. And so he took it and he was thinking about it. At this time, we weren't even at the same house.
I wish I would have made a change years ago, long before I did. I always knew of God and always have known of his love for us.
He said he decided to go. He was sitting in the truck and making up excuses not to go in there. And then he finally went, forget it, I'm just going to go and I'm going to give this a try. And he said it was amazing. And that's made him decide to go to Venture Church on Sunday. And we just love Venture and what it's about, and praying every day. I know we're both doing the 90-day prayer challenge. And so that's huge, just everyday life, just putting that to work. And it just, when you do start to stress, it's like, oh yeah, put it to God. And so I know that's what I've been doing, and it makes a huge difference. I know at first when we kind of were starting to pray and stuff and we'd talk about hard situations, I would be a little bit like, oh, I hope he doesn't get frustrated that I'm saying this. And he'd just like take it so well. And we would just have a nice conversation about it. And he's like, okay, yeah. And he's just very understanding. And just having a partner that I feel like I can just openly discuss anything with has been huge. I think that's why I never gave up on him too, because I'm like, someday he's gonna get there and he's gonna be this great man of God. And why should some other woman get that? Like, so that kind of made me hang on. And because I'm like, I want to be a part of his life when he's there. And so him being strong has made me stronger. And it's just, that's what I'm most thankful for.
She's always been the strong one, pushing me, believing in me, even when I don't believe in myself. I'm really looking forward to see where God takes us, what he has always had in plan for us if we would have just reached out. And I'm excited to essentially turn the next chapter.
You always are wondering, is it worth it? And through God, it is. And that's the only way. And we're proof of that, because in the beginning, things were really hard. And now that we're giving it to God and putting him at the center of our life, it's definitely worth it.